The Biden administration will let families separated at the border be reunited either in the U.S. or their country of origin. Here's the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, at the White House yesterday.
We have begun to develop and rebuild the program to reunify individuals with their families here in the United States, as was once the case.
Of course, NBC News Justice correspondent Julia Ainsley is the one joining us now. Julia, thanks for being here. So now tell us, how would reunifying in the United States work? I mean, there's a big difference there. If it's here in the U.S. or in their home country, how is that decided? And then would parents be able to stay and claim asylum even after they were deported under the Trump administration?
These are great questions, Savannah, and they're the ones that we're asking now, because right now they haven't laid out exactly what the legal framework will look like. I spoke to some people at DHS who've been working on this internally, and they say, a lot of this is being reviewed by their lawyers, but it is their goal to allow these families to be able to choose to reunite in the United States. But then the question is, will they remain? Will they have special protections because of the trauma that they endured under the Trump administration when they were separated? But yes, they do want to give these families the right to claim asylum. A lot of people, were faced with deportation as the only way of reuniting with their children. Other people might have been deported and chose to leave their child here. Now they are trying to take that choice off of the plate of these parents to say, you can be reunited with your child and you can live here and you can keep your child here in a place where they are much safer than they might have been in the country that you fled in the first place.
And now we also heard from Secretary Mayorkas more about his role overseeing the Department of Homeland Security. Tell us what else we learned.
Well, it was interesting. I mean, really what he's defending is why we didn't see a complete reversal of every single Trump administration immigration policy on day one, why these things take time. And he really had to explain what they walked into. And here's what he had to say.
I think it is important to understand what we have inherited because it defines the situation as it currently stands. Entire systems are not rebuilt in a day or in a few weeks. To put it succinctly, the prior administration dismantled our nation's immigration system in its entirety. Quite frankly, the entire system was gutted.
So, gutted, as you can see, because they walked into an administration that had been so focused solely on border enforcement. They really hadn't been processing asylum seekers. They've been turning everyone back into Mexico and denying their right to come here. So to try to set up what would even look like an immigration system under the Obama administration could take some time, let alone all the work you have to do things like reunite these families.
And Julia, at this point, do we know how many separated families still need to be reunited?
Well, we know that 499, those are parents of children, 499 children, have not even been reached by the lawyers who so far have had to take on the task of reunification. Now, that could change under the task force. And when we say reached, that means they haven't even been able to contact those parents to see if they have been reunified. Now, I've been following that lawsuit really closely with my colleague Jacob Soboroff, and we do soon expect those lawyers to update the judge on how many people they have reached have been reunified or have yet to be reunified. But what they have said so far is that the vast majority of those families have been deported. And so that's what makes it so hard for them to reunify. But with the news that we got yesterday, we may soon see a turn on that.
All right, Julia Ainsley, thank you so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.